Hey beauties, it's Court. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, let me just get this out of the way. My hair looks a hot fucking mess. I'm sorry, I'm dyeing it this weekend. I know I look like a blonde or pink head who needs her blonde roots. It looks ridiculous, but you will only have to look at it for hopefully one more video. Now that that's out of the way, what this video is really about is comparing the Naked 2 to the new Covergirl Goldens. Now, I had heard somebody say that the Nudes was being compared to the Naked 2, but the Nudes is definitely supposed to be the dupe for the Naked 1. I'm going to give you guys a quick look at both of these palettes next to each other. So here they are on top of each other. You can definitely see that they're not exact shade dupes, but I am going to try and recreate, you know, the same look on each eye the best that I can. This one I think is the furthest apart from each other. The Naked 1 and the Naked 3, the dupes in the Covergirl line, are pretty spot on, but this one is kind of far off. This isn't my Naked 2, by the way. My girlfriend beat this to shit, but she lent it to me for the purpose of the video. So this format is going to be kind of like the one that I did with the Roses palette. If you haven't seen that, please check the description and go and check it out. Basically what I'm going to do is, like I said, just try and recreate the same look on each eye. I'm not going to tell you which palette I'm using while I'm using them. That way you can form your own unbiased opinion as to which palette you think performed better. At the end of the video, there will be a spot for you to kind of pause and go down in the comments and put your guesses to which eye you think is which. It was really fun going through the comments on the Roses palette. I'm extremely exhausted. It's very, very late right now. So without further ado, if you would like to see a comparison between the Naked 2 and the new Covergirl Goldens palette, keep your cute little ass right where it's at. Oh my god, I look ridiculous right now. You can't see my beanie because of the black background. I'm working on something for my background right now, but you're just gonna have to excuse it for now. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put down some eyeshadow base because I always wear eyeshadow base no matter what shadows I'm working with. I'm gonna do that with the NYX eyeshadow bases. This is 01, and then 03 I like to put down first to do a little bit of color correcting, and then this one is in just a pure white color. It helps make your eyeshadows really pop. Perfect. Now that I look like Bozo the Clown, we're going to go ahead and dip into the first palette, the very first lightest matte shade that there is. I'm going to use that to set my eyeshadow base. Now going into the more highlighting shade, which is the first lightest, like shimmer type shade, I'm gonna do my brow bone and my inner corner. I will say for my skin tone, the shade that I'm using to highlight, I wish it was a little bit brighter. It just doesn't really do much for brightening up my eyes, and my eyes are hella red right now, so you'll have to excuse that. I told you I was exhausted. Now going into the second lightest matte shade, I'm gonna lay down a transition. That shade is way more pigmented. That shade is way more pigmented. Really? That shade is way more pigmented than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to take my E27 and blend it out a little bit. I really like this shade a lot. It blended really nicely too. Now going into one of the deeper shades in the palette, I'm going to lay down my crease color. This is a terrible angle for my face, but I have such deep set eyes that I'm afraid you guys aren't going to be able to see what I'm doing if I don't tilt my head back, but my jaw looks enormous when I put my head back like this. I know. I'm also going to bring this shade down onto the outer portion of my lid. I am wearing the shittiest mascara known to man. So if you see me wiping my cheeks, it's because I have flakes of mascara. If it's fallout, I'll let you guys know. It's the Covergirl Supersizer. I fucking hate it. Now I'm gonna pop the second lightest shimmer shade all over my lid, and we'll be done. I'm gonna deepen up that V a little bit more. I don't really think I need to, but just for good measure, I'm gonna go back in and blend on the outer corner just a tiny little bit more, but we're pretty much done with this look. So guys, that's the first eye completed with the first palette. I'll bring you in for a close-up so you can get a good look at the way the shadows performed. I feel like this video could go in the Guinness Book of World Records for the YouTube video with the most unflattering face angles ever. So now we're just going to do the same exact thing, or at least try to do the same exact thing with the other palette on the other eye. So I'm going to take the first lightest matte shade and go ahead and set my base. Now I'm going to take the first lightest shimmer shade and highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. This shade isn't as vibrant as I would like my inner corner to be. I had to build it up quite a bit to get to this point. I think I dipped back in 3 times, but this shade is more flattering for my skin tone. You see what I mean? This side's a little bit darker than I would like, but this side, I like it better. Now with the second lightest matte shade, we're gonna go in for the transition. If I recall, I don't think I had to do this step with the first one, blend my transition shade out. I think it just blended pretty well with the first brush. The shades on both of these palettes, these are just not flattering palettes on me. Now with one of the deepest shades, we're gonna go into the crease. And bring it down onto the outer V. Just so you guys know, I am using the same exact brushes that I used on the other side. Okay, this shade just isn't giving me the color payoff that I want for the outer V of my eye, so I'm gonna go one shade darker, which I didn't have to do with the first palette. I might end up looking like I got punched in the eye. We're gonna come in for an extreme close-up. I don't know, this is gonna be so unflattering, but I really wanna show you guys. If you look right here on my eye, you can see the shadows kind of skipping. You see where it kind of creates those lines right there? Yeah, that means it's not a very good eyeshadow. The other shades in this palette perform pretty well though. All right, I'm getting frustrated with the crease, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the lid and then go back and try and blend the crease out a little bit better. I like this lid shade. It's really pretty. All right, I'm gonna deepen up the outer V a little bit more. I'm gonna try and use the first shadow that we did last time. A little bit better. Now I'm going to blend until the cows come home, so grab a snack. I'm gonna try and lighten it up a little bit more up here just because it's looking, the dark part is looking like it's coming up a little bit too high, and I want to lighten that up a bit, or at least try. No, I'm just making it worse at this point. So I'm just gonna keep blending, see what happens. These shadows, this crease shade just keeps skipping on my lid. It's really pissing me off. So I'm about to just be done with this because this one palette's making me mad. I feel like I want to go in and make this eye darker just because I'm so OCD. And this one came out so much more smoky than this side did, because this is the look I was going for. And then this one, I just got out of control, like trying to make it look better. But see, like right here, like there's this huge line of dark ass, like what is that? Where did that even come from? I don't understand. I'm not really wanting to go away either. Okay, you know what? I'm done. Let's bring you in for the close-up so you can see how the shadows performed. I'm a little bit OCD when it comes to my makeup, and I want to try and get these looks exactly alike or as close as I possibly can. So I'm going to go in and deepen this side a little bit. I'm sorry, I can't help it. With the same palette that I did use on this eye originally. Really mad at how this eye looks. Like this one just looks so nice and blended. I'm just giving you guys my opinion. Like I said, I haven't played with either of these palettes too much, but I like the way that this eye turned out more. I just do. So I'm trying to like fix my eyelashes a little bit so they look halfway decent, and all it's doing, they're like crunchy, like they feel like they're gonna break off, and I have a ton of mascara flakes on my face right now. All right guys, so that's gonna do it for this video. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I love you so damn much, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna tell you which one's which. So take a minute right now, pause the video, go down in the comments, let me know which one is on my right eye and which one is on my left. Let me know what you guys think. Pause it right now. So, are you ready? You ready for the big reveal? Ta-da! Same way as last time. Covergirl is on my right eye. Urban Decay is on my left. This palette pissed me off so bad. I cannot believe the way the shadows performed in this. Even if I wasn't comparing it to this one, I'm just disappointed in this palette as a whole. I can't believe how choppy and how dry the eyeshadows were. I mean, just keeping it real. Urban Decay has some really amazing products. I can't live without my Perversion or my Naked Original. Like, those are amazing products. The list goes on and on. This Naked 2 palette, this is why I've never bought it. I've probably swatched it in the store and saw that, like, this is their, like, it looks kind of impressive in the swatch right there, but on my hand, like, I can see my finger through most of this swatch right here, and this is one of the deepest shades in the palette. This one right here, Busted, this is the one that I was trying to get to blend in my crease, and I ended up having to use Blackout to get the same effect that I got from the deepest shade in the Goldens palette. So, all in all, I think the Goldens kicked Urban Decay's ass. I mean, it could all depend on the look that you're trying to go for, but just like with the Roses palette, my dead ass honest opinion is I like the Goldens better. I like the way that it performed better. It blended nicer. All the same things with the Roses. I mean, the shadows, when you swatch them, you do get, you see that there's a little bit of like chunkiness, but see in the palette right here. But the shadows are just so soft and smooth. I didn't get any fallout. I didn't get any fallout with either of these palettes, but I think these are really, really impressive. I mean, we have yet to try the nudes, but stay tuned. We're going to be doing that one. I definitely say save your money. $10 right here, another gem from the drugstore. Really, really happy about this right now. So guys, if you enjoyed this video and you like this format, please give it a thumbs up so I know to do more videos like this in the future. Drugstore compared to high-end, drugstore compared to other drugstore, anything like that, half and half on the face. If you guys like this, please make sure you give it a thumbs up so I know. That's how I'll know. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments for me. If you have not subscribed, please do so. I love you guys so damn much, and I will see you on Saturday with the comparison of the CoverGirl nudes to the Naked 1 palette. Mwah.